Hello everyone, my name is SwingPoynt and welcome to Resident Evil Resistance. This is the multiplayer game bundled with Resident Evil 3. And today we're going to do a Symbiosis build for Spencer. I don't know that builds get much better than this one. This is going to be the one that makes people who suck seem really good. This is going to be the build that make people who are really good seem unbeatable. And it's going to be really tough even for teams that are all really coordinated up together. The origins of this build did not come from me. I was watching my friend SinowBeats. I've told you guys about him before. He's also my Mastermind's cards video. He was streaming this build because of a Japanese content creator named Hoster made a build that's very similar to what I'm going to show you today. That's where the idea came from. Links for each of them will be in the description, so please go check them out, especially my friend Sino, because we've talked about him before. If you want to go try to watch videos in Japanese, you can try that as well, but I'm going to try to translate it here for you the best I can. So let's get into why this build is amazing, and I'm going to show you how Symbiosis works in case you're kind of not entirely understanding how it works. And then we're going to go over the equipment and the deck, and then we're going to show you what it looks like in a regular match. What I love about this deck is every part matters. There's nothing where I'm like, oh, I guess I may as well have it in there. Every single part of this synergizes with it. Okay? So let's start at the bottom. We're going to have Hypercharge in Area 3. Definitely need this. Mod Recycler in Area 2. This is, such a good card for this build. We're going to run Symbiosis, and to clarify, Symbiosis, after using a skill card, it temporarily lowers the cost of skill cards that are of a different type by 1. Okay? We'll go a little bit more into how that works after we get through this. We're going to run Defense System because it's going to make our core stronger. We're going to make Area 1 more confusing. It's going to make Area 2 more annoying for the survivors. And we're going to run Generator on the Disintegration field, or his D field, because we're going to be spending a lot of cards, which means we are going to go ahead and get a lot of D fields available to us, okay? If we were to run the variant, we wouldn't get that benefit. So we're going to run Generator so we get more out faster. For our equipment, now this is where things start getting different. The equipment in the deck that you're going to see in the Japanese video, it's different than what I'm running. I made tweaks to it based on how I play and what worked for me, because we tested this build out a bunch on twitch.tv/SwingPoynt, and we rolled with it almost all the time. But a build that did counter this, a comp that did counter this, is a full offense build, which would be Sam, Becca, Jill with her rockets, and Valerie. That 4 together is a little nightmare squad for Supercore Spencer. Even with the Symbiosis variation, I would still had 2 squads that just were too much to handle, and I'll explain why they were too, okay? But we're gonna run Bulletproof Glass 3, Bulletproof Glass 2, and then we're gonna run Electric Cable 3 and 2, okay? So let's go into the deck and talk about why we're doing what we're doing. Because honestly, this build, I mean, you could make it work with Recharge, but what Symbiosis does so well is that it keeps going even in Area 3. You can kind of run out of steam with Supercore Spencer with Recharge because you don't have as much EIS. Maybe you have a lift, or maybe you have some doors. There's like no lights anywhere. Symbiosis can keep chugging along, okay? So let's take a look at the deck, and it'll help me explain a little bit about what I was talking about earlier. And now in this deck, what I love about this deck is there's just a little bit of everything. It's so well-rounded. There's creatures, there's traps, there's a gun, there's mods, there's effect cards, there's everything. That's what I think is so cool about this. And because of the way Symbiosis works, that's why it's built this way, okay? So what I have in my deck here is Liquor. I have 2 different mod cards, which are going to be Efficiency Mod Creatures and Efficiency Mod Traps. I have Highly Explosive Landmine, Immobilizing Rounds, Quick Draw, Discount, Electromagnetic Shield, Tough Zombie Infectious, and Machine Gun. And each one of these has an important part that it plays. It's not just there because it's there, and that's what I love about it. The Liquors, they provide a lot of panic responses. They make people have to pay attention to them. These mods, they reduce creature costs and they reduce the trap costs, but they also are a huge part of our economy because of Mod Recycler in Area 2. Immobilizing Rounds, they can go ahead and help you keep the people in place that you're trying to shoot down. The gun's good for shooting people down in case they're too good with your creatures. You're going to get a lot of electromagnetic shield, so you're going to be able to use your guns. Discount works even better when you use Symbiosis because it's an effect card. And again, I'll explain that when I go into this a little bit deeper here. And then Quick Draw helps you cycle through your deck faster. Now, onto the explanation. You see these categories. This is how Symbiosis works. These categories matter. Symbiosis works by, if you place a card down in a certain category, all the other categories become cheaper by 1. Okay? So, Liquors are the creature category. Highly explosive mines, the trap category. Firearms, so immobilizing shot in the machine gun, firearms category. Discount, quick draw, hypercharge, mod recycler, electromagnetic shield, they're all in the effect category, and then the mods are in the mods. So how you want to play this deck as you're thinking through it is you want to alternate them. All right, now I'm going to show you that in the lab real quick, and I'm going to show you something else in the lab that I learned today after hundreds of hours of playing that I never knew until today. But let's go to the lab, and then we'll get ourselves into a regular match. So now let's talk about how Symbiosis works. Before this recording, I went ahead and I used Quick Draw. That's an effect card. So that means that other effect cards in my hand are not affected by the decreased bioenergy. Okay? So that means electromagnetic shield and then also the mod recycler are not affected. So I'm going to use electromagnetic shield here, and now I'm going to use trap, and what you'll see is that my trap is going to cause hypercharge to decrease in value. So that only costs 1. Okay? And what's really nice about hypercharge is it reduces everything by a ton, and then you start getting these, you know, 1-cost cards, so you can pop into that, and that's amazing. Another thing that's really, really cool about this deck, and I'm going to try to cycle through really fast just so you can understand it and how this whole build works, is this mod recycler. So the reason why we're running these efficiency mods is because of mod recycler. Okay? So take a look at my bioenergy in the bottom left-hand corner. When you recycle both of these together, you're going to get back like 9 bioenergy, okay? So I'm going to place down a bunch of creatures and a bunch of everything, just try to cycle through everything as fast as I can. For an area 3, so things are a little bit faster in general. But now, take a look. I'm going to use mod recycler with 1 energy, and then wazah, I'm back to 9. That is the strength of this build. So really, it doesn't start kicking in until area 2, and then it gets even better in area 3 because of hypercharge. You are cranking through stuff, dishing out damage with traps, shooting at them with immobilizing rounds, you're spawning lickers on them, you have poison going with the tough infectious zombies, everything's just cheap, you're protected on your cameras, you're blowing through stuff, and I'm pretty sure hypercharge and discount stack, I'm not sure about that, and it's just like you can't be stopped. If they're dealing with your creatures too much, start shooting at them, and you're protected anyway. If they're moving around too much, put some traps down. There's a ton that you can do, there's a ton of crowd control, you have a ton of options. This is a well-rounded build, and it's going to counter a lot of different strategies. What I did have a problem with this build was when it was first introduced to me, I had energy booster creatures in there,
savor the taste of
and then I also had tracker mines instead of highly explosive landmines. And I ran into a couple teams that were full offense, and they were just keeping up with my creatures so well that I was just feeding them time, and ultimately I would end up losing because of that. So I switched some things out that are a little more expensive, so my creatures don't come out as much, but I'm still doing a ton of damage. I can focus in my damage with the guns and the explosive landmines, and I'm finding a lot more success with that. Okay, and now one other little thing I want to teach you here, which I never knew. Let's take a look at my D field. See it? How do you place this dumb thing? Where do you do? Well, I don't know. Where can I go? How do I know if it's good to go? I'm trying to place it here and I can't place it. Why can't I place it? Why can't I okay. Doofus me never knew that this little circle underneath it is how you find out. Now, what I had problems with is it would kind of glitch out, and sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't, even in areas that wouldn't work before. That would make sense. So if you take a look at this green area, and then on a controller, you can hold down A, then you can rotate it. And that's how you can quickly place it on top of somebody who's doing an objective or trying to heal somebody, and you can be accurate with it. As opposed to, like, I'm sitting here with the D field, and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to spin it just right with my controller. It's not going. Just go ahead, find where it's green, and then rotate. And then there you go. Okay? That's me learning this about 300 hours into my gameplay. So now I want to show you a regular match. But in case we don't get to area 3, I want to show you how crazy you can be with this deck, okay? So place that, place this. Oh, I'm out of energy. Actually, I'm going to use hypercharge. And then you don't want to use quick draw if mod recycler is in your hand.
Rightfully mine.
Glad we saw this. Don't do that, because then you're not going to see mod recycler for a while, and you can get a dead hand for a while. Let's go back to mod recycler. We got a beefed up hand here. Go ahead and use this. And you can see how your bioenergy is just going to be wicked the entire time. Then I like using quick draw because now I can get mod recycler back. Go ahead and use this, make everything cheaper, put a trap down. Go ahead and use discount. Go ahead and whoop up bam. See, now you would be going ahead and using this on survivors, by the way. Well, I got another mod card. Let's go ahead and get some energy back. Let's go ahead and use hypercharge so things are cheap again. Throw down another liquor. Go ahead and do this. Well, I got a mod recycler again. I got 2 mod recyclers. Let's go ahead and shoot at them real quick. You see how you can just like keep going, and you have to keep thinking, how can I alternate? How can I alternate? How can I alternate? Go ahead and do that. Then I like doing quick draw right away to get mod recycler back. And you just keep pounding on them, man. Go ahead and do this, and now, because I did that, my gun's gonna cost 1 more, assuming that discount wasn't in play, because immobilizing shot and machine gun are in the same category. But again, this is what Area 3 looks like. Area 3 is the peak of this build. Everything's so cheap, and you got so many crazy weapons going on for you. You got so many things going your way. Okay? So you're going to kick a lot of butt with this build. I promise you. All right, so we got ourselves a match here, and it's 3:35 in the morning, so all the sweaty people are out. So we'll see what we get ourselves into. But Abandoned Park's a really nice map for Mastermind, so I like that. So again, Bulletproof Glass 3 and 2, so we can kind of rock the Supercore, singled up with the, or synergized up with the defense system. And we're running Electric Cable because we like to be able to activate things quickly, especially if I'm trying to hold them off in Area 2. Something that this deck does well, without even really trying to, is that it's really good at denying them in Area 2. Reason being is because it has just enough in it to be a pest. So, you know how Cooling Fan Spencer works if you've watched that video? The idea is that you just don't let them get the Area 2 terminals done. This build doesn't do as good of a job at that, but it does a really good job considering it's not even meant for it. So you're going to see a bit of that from me if they get to Area 2 here, which I'm assuming they will. Yeah, see all the high-ranked people come out. Ugh. Well, wish me luck.
Today,
let's see what we can do here.
Reveal the final piece.
So right now I have a combo in here which is
your sacrifice.
2 guns. So I don't really like what I have here. Oh, they're already charging. Look at that. See, I'm gonna try to bait this out of Jan. See if I can. Come on, grab me, grab me, grab me, grab me, grab me, grab me. Not interested. They might be a squad here, unfortunately. Jan's going off on her own. So is he. He listened for me? For real? Okay, I was gonna say, there's no way. Okay, we got a God Squad here, I can already tell. The angle she just pulled on me. Get ready, chat. Okay. This is gonna suck. Let's see what we can do here. So yeah, we got all this coming out. It's gonna be a good team. Y'all complain all the time when teams should go against the trash. Well, here you go. This is gonna be a good team. You can already tell by the way she pulled that angle out on me. And now again, this build isn't made for Area 1.
Go ahead, take it.
You are definitely supposed to be doing this more so in Area 2 and 3. Now they're just kind of beating on my lickers like it doesn't even matter because of the way they split me up here. They split me up really well. Like annoyingly well. No. And now I can't Symbiosis with this very well. But yeah, they did in the running around my traps. Oh my god. Most of your matches aren't going to go this way unless it's like a super into it team. So get ready for all the crap. Okay, that's a nice part about the EIS there. Now, I'm not super great with guns, but they are just some easy time off the board, which is nice. This is a really good team already. Like, annoyingly good team. Here, waste your ammo. There you go. Sometimes you can just tell early what kind of team you're running into.
I would not be too pleased with yourselves.
Let's see what we can do here. Area 2 is where this starts kicking in a little bit. Area 3 is when it's, you know, full hog. But the way they split me up was, like, perfect. With the way that Val played the...
Good.
The way that Val played it, it was so tough for me.
Fascinating.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Discount. I'm going to try to go in there. Start things up. Now they're going to hear it, so they're going to come in. Oh, wow, they're closing the door on me. It's fine. That's what I wanted. Okay. Put this here. I don't want to use that yet. Slow him down. What do we got here? He went right past it. So lickers are there to distract. What? I don't really know why they don't activate sometimes. I don't really understand that. It happens more often than I'd like. All right, so I'm gonna run discount, gonna run this. All right, so again, very good team. This is not gonna be an easy match for me. I can already tell. Wow, she backed off. That hoe.
I see
Fine.
fingers of death reach towards you.
Don't really like what I got in my
Let
hand
them
here.
chill your heart. Such tools are necessary for us to learn. Time is passing. Take
You're gonna grab me here?
Do not disappoint me.
So you can kind of just see how I'm cycling the deck a lot. That's what this is all about. Now they're gonna get Yorick, or they already did, perhaps. Yeah, they already did. Okay, now I can dick with them a
Not
bit in
try
here.
to hide
I don't know what I have
now.
on me. The next, I didn't mean to spend what I did there, so I'm gonna try to be a big penis here. All right. All right, who has it? Sam does? Good. So part of what you do is you mess with them in area 2 here, right? I can recharge this up. Try to make them use up their stuff here. And again, you can be a real pest in area 2, but that's not what this build's about. But what's so nice about this is I can constantly be getting camera stuff back. That's what I really love about this build. Sam's still in there. I was trying to time him out here. Just gotta keep cycling. I don't even know how that hit Jan over there. There we go. Just like not letting them have it. That's what's so nice about it. Oh, she walked right into it. What were you thinking? Oh, he's using his ult, so he... I know, I messed up here. So she's probably going to lock me down, which is fine. Yeah, she's got me on lockdown, so that's fine. Now what I can try to do here is get ready over here, try to mess them a little bit. I'm glad I didn't spend that. I tried to, but it's really hard. Like, if you can't see where the green thing is, you're not going to be able to spend it, you know? Again, this is an Area 3 build, so I'm really curious to see how this goes down in Area 3, to be honest. Sam still has it. Sometimes you'll see him get a little tricky with you, and they'll try to switch the cards around. Honestly, these lickers, they don't do as much as I want them to do. Where are they? Jan's flopping around over there. He's over here. I'm not going to shoot it. One thing I'm not sure I'm a big fan of with this build is the like, because you delay them so long, people tend to hunt for supply zombies. It's fine. Taking a risk here. Yep. Worked. Start shooting at me. It's fine. So you can really mess with them here. Again, this is not the point of this build, which is what's so great about it. Ooh, nice. Ooh, she's got spark shot. She's ready to mess with me. I just gotta watch Sam and watch who, if they try to switch up the card on me. Nope. All right, now they were good there. That's what they're supposed to do. Oh, and she's wasting her rockets on... Means Becca has rockets. Gross. That's fine. I'm okay with this. This is good. Gotta load up here a little bit. Get down the stairs if I can. Do this. Let's see what I got. Liquor, gun, do that. Jan's down.
Fire stirs inside you.
Gotta hit them up over in here. I'm just trying to trickle off time on them right now. Just use your guns, that's fine. Watching my camera health in the top right hand corner. That worked out really well for them.
You didn't think I would let you have this, did you?
I'm so bad at placing D fields sometimes. Like, I just couldn't figure out how to place it there. I mess that up so much.
Your
I'm
struggle
terrible
is
with D
not
fields.
unique.
I'm like, why can't I place it? Why can't I place it?
enjoy it.
Because you can't see when it's dark out. You can't even really see under through that barrier too. This is fine though. Again, I kind of wanted this. Use up the stuff here. I could have definitely held them off longer in that area. But like, again, this is good. I want you guys to see a good team. They might beat me here, but I'm okay with that. I want you all to see how strong it can be even against a good team. Most of your games aren't going to go like this. This is like, this is the, because they're so good type of team. You know what I mean?
Do not think you have achieved anything. I have more
Not sure how I
traps
feel about this.
ahead.
Yeah, I should have done hypercharge first. Okay. Where is the first? Okay. So I don't want to feed them too much on creatures here. Had 3 cost liquor there. Probably should have used that.
The reek of the undead fills the air, triggering your body's fear responses.
Where can I look at that? I'm going to try to overwhelm with liquors, but I don't want to feed them a ton of time here too, which I'm kind of afraid I might be doing. I can't really see what I'm doing. Too far. Wanted to try it, didn't work out. Okay. No frick. What? Hate when that happens. Hate when I get screwed. You know, like most people would. So they're clearing this super core, man. This is the God Squad. This is the Nightmare team. It's fine. Oh boy, that Becca ult. Oof. Nasty. Man, I don't know how much I want to feed them here. Coming from this side, perhaps.
All lesser creatures can benefit from mine.
Can I not control Sam there? Okay, my liquors are doing a lot of work here, which is great. Now they're spraying. Alright, so I just gotta think through what I'm doing here. Hypercharge. They're all over this side right now. I need to make sure my creatures still get up behind them. I also need to get over there in time.
To get you.
I'm being a little foolish here, I think. I wanted to open the door for them. We'll see.
This is rightfully mine.
Okay, let's see what we got here. She has her ult again. We got mixtape Becca here.
I'm even more arrogant. You're not free yet.
Told you it could be beat, but holy... Oh my lord. It's a tight match though. Oh my Jesus, this is disgusting. I gotta try to mess with him earlier.
Run, rats! You cannot hide
Get those
from
seconds
me.
off.
Stand on the knife edge of mortality.
Oh my lord. It's always a Becca that does these What? Again? Weird. How'd she have that again? What? Okay, that's a little bizarre. Kill Sam.
These relish the final breaths. I am waiting.
Oh my lord.
As anticipated.
Well, there you go. You wanted a good match. You wanted me to record one and it wasn't a bunch of babies. And I swear to God, if you say January should have been a higher level, I'm going to punch every single one of you. This is Symbiosis Spencer. You got to see it pushed to its limits. I got Supercore going on, and I'm rocking Symbiosis to get the bioenergy up against a Sam, a God Squad Sam, a Becca with an RPG, Valerie healing people, picking people up, staying on my cams, and then Jan was doing a great job on cams too. I was just juking around. Okay, well, there you go. There's the God Squad. There's the SWAT team. This is what you guys been wanting to see in these videos, how these builds hold up against this type of stuff. When I make these videos, I don't make them with the intention of them being only good against bad people. So again, this build originated in Japan, and my buddy Sino found out about it, and then I found out about it through him, and then I made my own tweaks to it, and here we are. I really liked it. I hope you guys liked it too. Every single part of this build matters in this build, which I think is really cool. If you want to go check out Sino, he has a link in the description. He has a video recently about his 1 month later, where are we at with Resistance, if you want to hear his opinion and takes on the game. We stream every single night, twitch.tv/SwingPoynt. You can go check me out over there. Link will be in the description. I'd be glad to have you over there. This is where we go ahead and test this type of stuff. And then I'll see you guys in the next video that we do around here.